guys, what I want to talk is just about getting your mind right for the season, okay? A little bit of what I talked to the boys about a few days ago was the good thing that's really special with high school is every year it's a different team. There might be a few similar and familiar faces, but every year leadership leaves and leadership comes in, right? Who's a senior right now? Raise your hand. That's y'all's team. That's y'all. This is like this year, 2023 going 2024, seniors, this is your team. And y'all contributed last year and the year before that, but this is your team this year. So you dictate the culture of leadership that you have within this team. So if this team is toxic, that's going to be a reflection on you. If this team has camaraderie and has a sense of family, that's going to be on you. So you're going to dictate where do you want the culture of this team to be, guys. Don't let anything from last year determine how your team this year goes. Do you understand? Okay. Now, a few different things I want to talk about. One is intensity in practice. All right, we've all heard practice makes perfect, right? Right? So I played 2 sports in college. And all the coaches and high elite athletes that I ever played with and talked to, they didn't like practice makes perfect because why? Practice is practice, right? One thing that we discussed was practice how you play. So if you're in practice, every practice is game time. So I was a collegiate powerlifter, went to nationals twice, competed against some of the best guys in the country. And so when I'm in there practicing, I've got to lift to the point to where I'm in a competition. I can't lift and kind of hesitate and then say, at competition, I'm going to go 50 pounds higher. I'll be honest with you, my freshman year, I tried that, and I got buried, okay? Practice how you play. That means girls, if you're on offense, you're practicing how you're going to play in the game, and girls on defense just want to practice. Then the ones that practice and play, you pick them up, say, no, this is game time. Or, hey, man, this is practice, don't go so hard. Then bring in, who's your sub? Let them get here, because I'm trying to win a game. I talked to Coach Harris last year. He said, give me 4 years and we'll be at state. This is year 2. Now, do you want to be that team that says, I want to push for state in year 2? Guys, based on a score yesterday, I think y'all had a few wins in a tournament recently, y'all guys are having a good start because it's up here. So, guys, what you also want to do is what I'm kind of talking about is you want to be a family. If any of y'all guys were at the dinner on Thursday night when I talked to the boys, I talked about a bond. Now, the difference between the program now for you girls versus when I went to school 20 some odd years ago is back then, like you just played multiple sports all the time. There wasn't a basketball program, all right? Girls started in volleyball. Typically those volleyball players went to basketball and so forth, but a lot of you are in a basketball program. Now you do have your volleyball players that do come in, and that's great, but y'all basketball girls, bring them in as the family. And that's okay. Hey, this is your house. Basketball girls, this is your house. I get it. Bring those volleyball girls in. Let them be part of the family. But that's the about a family. Girls, y'all are in a tough district. And if you think that there's any sort of implosion going on in those teams, the Leander team, some of those Hayes teams, I promise you there's not. And that's why they do well. I'm going to tell you something that's really cool about Lockhart. Y'all guys go and y'all play some of these Austin teams. And y'all play some of these Leander teams. And they all look alike. Am I right? They all tend to look alike. Man, ever since I was growing up, Lockhart's a melting pot. That's what I love about this community. It don't matter if you're from the country. It don't matter if you're from the east side. It don't matter if you live over there in the Plum Creek area. Everybody's always welcome everywhere in this community. It don't matter where you're from. And that's what makes Lockhart so special. It doesn't matter about, oh, their gym is this. They have all these facilities. It don't matter if they play on the street together. Lockhart, y'all bring everybody together. I'll be honest, that's a tough thing for coaches. There's a special type of coach that has to come in and get all these backgrounds together to make y'all jive. Because I'll be honest, it's a lot easier finding a special coach for Lake Travis. It's a lot easier finding a coach for Austin High. But when you have to have a coach that has to be soft and tough, that has to be technical and get gritty, guys, that's a special kind of coach. And that's a coach that you want here in Lockhart. Because if a coach is too tough, you're going to have people that are going to cave. If a coach is too soft, you're going to have people that are going to run over them. All right, my background, guys, I did teach for 2 years. I taught in troubled schools. Okay? The one thing I did learn, kids that come from a different background, they're tough. And it's human nature. Human nature is like, hey, man, this teacher's cool, but what can I get away with? And then you had a few of those kids that just weren't as tough, and they come with a tough teacher, they just try to stay out of sight, out of mind. Which means, man, if I don't say nothing, I'm not here, I'm going to do my work, I'm just get on about my day. The thing about you guys is y'all balance each other out. Y'all lift each other up. If you're a little too hyped up, you have somebody on the team that's going to calm you down. And that's what's so special about Lockhart. In every aspect, guys, not only from basketball, from volleyball, from football, cross country, just the school in itself, just our community, guys. So be a family, be sisters. Ain't nobody else got your back. You're not going to go play a game, and that other team is not going to reach out for you or watch out for you. They're going to take advantage if there's any type of turmoil going on within the team. With that being said, guys, if you're a ball player, there's 5 girls on the court, that means there's 5 basketball players, and you got to play all aspects of the game. You can't be a defensive specialist or a pass specialist or a shooting specialist. If you're a defensive specialist, that's great. But then when you have to go to offense, it don't take long for a good team to figure out we're playing 4 against 5 because they don't play offense. You got to be able to not be afraid to shoot the ball. If you're open, take the shot. What's the worst happen? You miss it? Well, you got 4 girls that go for that rebound. You understand? But where do you get better offensively if you're afraid to shoot the ball? Where do you get better? Practice. And what I say, you practice how you? Exactly. Guys, there's a thing that I like to go, I was like, you don't want to be mediocre. You don't want to be average. If you're okay with average, people who are okay with average based on from what I see with Coach Harris, if you're average and you're okay with being average, you're not going to be here. You want to be great. I train a handful of you girls in the summertime. That means when y'all go to morning practice and y'all come to me and y'all work out, y'all are doing 2 a days. Okay? You don't want to be average. Everybody's average. Right? Seriously, everybody is average. So you want to say, I want to be great at something. Nobody wants to be average. You know what's even better than being great singularly? Being great as a team. When all of you guys walk in knowing you're going to win a game, that's hard to take that away from you. But if you walk in and you're watching a bunch of 5'11", 6 feet girls, you've already lost the game. 2006, around 2006, 2007, there was a team from San Antonio that won state championship. They beat the defending state champions, which is a team, I think, from Houston or Dallas. Okay? The defending state champions, all above 6 feet. Big dudes. I think like half the team was on D1 scholarship. This team from San Antonio, nobody was above 6 feet. I think they had one person at 6 feet. Man, these guys walked in with straight swag. You know why? They knew they were going to try to box out the 6'6" guy at the post. What did they do? They had perimeter game. They were fast. They'd go right under your arms. They'd take the shot, not being scared, and they'd sink it. They jumped higher. They worked harder. And this is what happened. When you get with a team that's used to winning and they're used to being the bullies, how can they stand up being bullied? Team caved. 2 weeks ago, there was a flag football tournament in Florida. The defending national champions, 11 of those kids are on D1 scholarship going into next year. These kids are studs. They walk around. They know they own the tournament. And you had a bunch of Hawaiian kids roll in from Hawaii. They won 37-7. They had one 4-star athlete on the Hawaiian team. After they were done winning, they said, who's next? They didn't care, 5-star athletes, 11 D1 offers, defending national champions. They walked in, they practice how they play. They think that they are great. They know they are great. And what happens to those bullies? What did they tell you growing up? Push a bully back, right? A bully's gonna bully you if they think that you're stronger and they're weaker. A bully never bullies somebody that's the same size as them. So when you push back, you see what they're gonna be about. And guess what? A lot of times that builds respect. You want to bring somebody down, but be great. Don't be average. I want y'all's banners up here. Be great. Guys, y'all probably don't even know y'all use this daily. As children, teenagers, y'all have something that as adults gets taken away through us in life. And I'm going to tell you about this now so you're aware of it consciously. A lot of what y'all guys think, and y'all probably even notice it, comes to fruition. That means it becomes a reality. The reason why children have that is because of y'all's faith in things. Right? When you were younger, you believed in the tooth fairy, you believed in that stuff. And yeah, it might have been mom or dad. Well, I'm sorry, hopefully nobody believes in the tooth fairy, right? We good? All right. But mom or dad would put some money under there. But it's about a belief system. You could fall backwards when you were little. Trust mom and dad will grab you. Jump off the stairs. Trust mom or dad will grab you. As we get older, we kind of start losing that faith. Unfortunately, because we get around people that tear us down, that mentally warp us. But guys, the top 1% of the elite of anything say they speak their goals into existence. Not dreams, but goals. Because what happens with dreams? You wake up, right? But goals are attainable. So if you think it and you believe it and you speak it, you will create it. But you got to believe it. But you have to speak it. Don't just think it and things will come through. Think it, believe it, speak it, and you will create it. And my thing is this, if you want to, say it out loud one time. Say it out loud one time to anybody around you and then shut up after that and go to work. Don't think about it too much. Don't grind on it. You think about it to yourself. Another good way to do it is, guys, get a poster board. Say, what do I want to do this season? What do I want to do the rest of the year? It don't have to be for basketball. And you just put pictures and words of what you want this year to be. And under it, you put down your resolution. You put down that goal. And as you write it, you read it out loud. 25 years ago, they did a study. They did show that if you read while you're studying, while you're highlighting, you retain the information better. And you hold on to the information. So for those that are going to be going to college, trade schools, even military, we have to study. Highlight and read what you're writing. Or if you're not writing the notes down, read it out loud. It will retain it better. So now think about that, the power of words. When you speak it into existence, speak it once, then get to grinding. All right, guys. I'm going to leave you with this. Just take everything I told you. Don't take it as a grain of salt. I'm telling you because I've been there. Okay? Follow the golden rule. Do anybody know what the golden rule is? Yes or no? No? Okay. Treat others the way you want to be treated. If there's jealousy in the group, You think maybe a girl's doing something, you should be there, work harder. You don't know what they're doing. Guys, nothing is owed to you. You're 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Nothing is owed to you. You got to work. This lifestyle, the society you live in now, is told you to take a picture, take a film, and you're able to just go off. You can play the victim, and you're able to get what you want. No, the real world is not like that, and y'all see it every day on this court. Y'all might work harder than the other girls. Y'all might have injuries against that team. Those refs and that team do not care. They're going to take that W. It's not fair, right? Oh, we don't have 3 of our starters. It's not fair. You still go out there and play. They're not going to give you a W. Life is not fair. Treat others the way you want to be treated. You have a responsibility. Varsity, treat sub-varsity special. Sub-varsity, respect varsity. You're going to be there one day. Guys, that's all I have to say. I really hope y'all have a great season. Speak your wants and your goals into existence. Guys, Coach said that she wants to be a state at 4 years. I say make a push for state this year. If you want to be district champions, do it. I don't care how tall the other team is. I don't care how long they've played together. I will tell you another saying before I leave. I'll leave with this. And I'm going to kind of change your words around, all right? Initially, the saying is, there has never been a great man that's the son of a great man. I'll tell you this, there has never been a great woman that's the daughter of a great woman. There's never been a great woman that's the daughter of a great woman. Why? Greatness comes from struggle. It comes from trials and tribulations. Their children don't have that. What do all parents want to do? Give to their children what they didn't have. People that are great go through trials. So when y'all walk in to these brand new schools, walk in with a chip. Don't walk in with your eyes wide open. Act like you've been there. Walk in with a chip. Be a great team. Trials and tribulations. Be a great team. Girls, you have a great rest of the season. I'll go watch some of y'all's games.